Once upon a time, long ago, in a serene and picturesque little town, nestled peacefully between lush, rolling green hills and a gentle, babbling stream that glimmered like diamonds under the sunlight, there lived a kind-hearted elderly woman whom everyone in the village affectionately called Amma. Cottage located right at the outskirts of the town, where the hustle and bustle faded into tranquil whispers of nature. The cottage was surrounded by a vibrant garden, bursting with colorful flowers. Roses in reds and pinks, marigolds in bright oranges, and jasmine that filled the air with sweet fragrance. Neat rows of vegetables grew there too: crunchy carrots, leafy spinach, juicy tomatoes, and crisp beans. A few fruitful trees, mango, apple, guava, and papaya, stood tall, providing shade and delicious treats in season. An old wooden fence encircled the property, creaking softly and swaying in the gentle breeze, as if sharing secrets with the wind. Amma had lived a long life, filled with quiet joys and some sorrows. She had no children of her own to fill the rooms with laughter, and her loving husband, a simple farmer with a warm smile, had passed away peacefully many years before, leaving behind fond memories and an empty space in her heart. Yet Amma was far from lonely. Her days were brightened by the most faithful and endearing companion one could imagine: a small, adorable hen named Poppy. Poppy was truly special. Her feathers were soft and snowy white, dotted with charming black spots on her wings that looked like tiny polka dots or scattered stars in a night sky. Her little red comb perched proudly on her head, bobbing cutely with every step, and her bright eyes sparkled with curiosity. Poppy's legs were short and orange, perfect for her cheerful waddling gait. But what made Poppy extraordinary was her devotion to Amma. She followed her everywhere, like a shadow, but a joyful one. Whether Amma was tending the garden, fetching water from the well, or simply sitting on the porch knitting, Poppy was right there, clucking softly in her gentle voice, as if contributing her own thoughts to their one-sided conversations. "Cluck, cluck," she would say, tilting her head, and Amma would laugh and reply, "Yes, my dear, I think so too." The villagers absolutely adored this sight. Young children would pause their games to wave and giggle as Amma walked slowly down the dirt paths with her wooden cane tapping rhythmically on the ground, and Poppy trotting faithfully beside her, never falling behind. Elderly neighbors would nod approvingly from their doorsteps, feeling a sense of comfort in this pure friendship. Even the shopkeepers at the market would smile wider when the pair arrived. "Here comes Amma and her little shadow," they would say warmly. It was a daily reminder of how simple bonds could bring so much happiness to an entire community. Each and every morning, without fail, as the sun peeked over the hills and painted the sky in breathtaking hues of soft pink, golden orange, lavender, and rose, Poppy would gift Amma something precious. In her cozy nest, made of soft hay in the corner of the cottage, Poppy would lay one warm, smooth, perfect egg. Amma would rise early, wrap her shawl around her shoulders, and shuffle to the nest with anticipation. She would pick up the egg, ever so carefully, cradling it in her wrinkled but gentle hands, feeling its warmth against her palms. Then, with eyes shining with gratitude, she would whisper, "Thank you, my sweet Poppy. One egg is perfect. It's exactly what we need. May the universe always bless us with just enough, nothing more to burden us, nothing less to leave us wanting." Amma lived a life of beautiful simplicity. She would boil the egg in a small pot over her wood-fired stove, add a pinch of salt from her tiny jar, and eat half for a nourishing breakfast alongside fresh vegetables picked from her garden, perhaps some steamed greens or a sliced tomato. The other half she would save carefully, wrapped in a clean cloth, for her light dinner later in the day. Her meals were modest, but eaten with such thankfulness that they tasted like feasts. In the afternoons, she tended her garden, pulling weeds, watering plants, and singing old folk songs softly to herself and Poppy. Evenings were for resting on the porch, watching the sunset, and listening to the stream's soothing song. Life flowed peacefully, day after day, filled with contentment and quiet joy. Then one glorious spring morning, filled with the chirping of birds and the scent of blooming flowers, something truly magical and unexpected happened. Amma approached the nest as usual, expecting her single egg, but her eyes widened in delightful surprise. There, nestled in the hay, were not one but two gleaming eggs. She blinked several times, leaned closer, and then burst into a soft, joyful laughter that echoed gently in the morning air. 2 eggs, Poppy? Oh, my precious friend. What a generous heart you have today. You must be feeling extra happy and healthy. Poppy clucked proudly, puffing out her chest as if to say, "Yes, Amma, for you." Amma carefully collected both eggs, holding them like treasures. She cooked one for her own meal, just as always, boiled perfectly with that same pinch of salt and garden greens on the side. But the second egg? She placed it tenderly in a small woven basket lined with a soft cloth and decided to take it to the village market. The market was a lively place, with stalls selling fresh produce, spices, cloths, and handmade goods. Vendors called out cheerfully, and neighbors chatted animatedly. Amma didn't bargain hard or ask for much. She simply traded the egg for a handful of rice grains and a small piece of golden jaggery, that sweet treat she enjoyed melting slowly on her tongue. It was enough to add a touch of sweetness to her simple days. To everyone's amazement, the very next morning brought 2 eggs again, and the day after, 2 more, then another and another. Day by day, week by week, Poppy consistently laid 2 beautiful eggs each dawn. Word of this wonder spread quickly through the small town like ripples in the stream. Neighbors began stopping by Amma's cottage more often, curious and excited. One kind lady from next door said enthusiastically, "Amma, why keep only one? Sell both eggs every day at the market. You'll have coins jingling in your pocket for extras, like new seeds or a pretty shawl." A jolly farmer passing by added, "That's right, and feed Poppy some special treats, extra corn, worms, or grains. Make her stronger, and who knows, she might start laying 3 eggs a day." The young shopkeeper at the market, always full of big ideas, grinned widely and exclaimed, "Amma, listen to this. Think even bigger. Save those extra coins. Buy a few more hens to keep Poppy company. Soon you'll have 5, then 10, then a whole flock. You could build a proper egg business, sell dozens every day, and has money for anything your heart desires. A bigger home, travels, comforts." Others joined in, nodding eagerly. "Yes, Amma, grow it large. That's how people become secure and wealthy." But Amma, with her wise and serene eyes, would only offer her signature warm smile, the kind that crinkled the corners of her eyes and made everyone feel instantly at peace. She would shake her head gently and reply in her soft, melodic voice, "My dear friends, thank you for your caring thoughts. But 1 egg is for me, to keep my body nourished and strong. The other egg, well, it feels like a little gift meant for sharing. That is truly more than enough for Poppy and me. We are content with what we have." And share she did, with a heart overflowing with generosity and love. Amma never hoarded the extra egg. Instead, she gave it away thoughtfully, sometimes to a struggling family down the lane who had many mouths to feed, but little food. "Here, boil this for the children," she would say quietly. Other times, she tucked an egg into the satchels of school children skipping home, their eyes lighting up with surprise and delight. "A little protein for your growing bodies," she would whisper with a wink. Or, on days when she noticed a neighbor looking worried or tired, she would slip over quietly in the evening and leave an egg on their doorstep without a word or expectation of thanks. Her acts of kindness were silent but powerful, like gentle rain nourishing the earth. Soon, the entire village began calling her Egg Amma with deep affection and respect. Children chanted it playfully, adults said it with gratitude, and even visitors from nearby towns heard the nickname and smiled. Egg Amma. It captured her essence perfectly. A woman who turned one small extra blessing into ripples of goodness for all. Life continued happily for months, with seasons changing. Spring flowers giving way to summer fruits, leaves turning golden in autumn. Amma's garden thrived, Poppy remained healthy and cheerful, and the village felt wrapped in a blanket of community warmth. But then, as nature sometimes does, challenges arrived. The monsoon season came earlier and fiercer than anyone remembered. Heavy, dark clouds rolled in, thunder rumbled like distant drums, and rain poured relentlessly for days, turning into weeks. What started as refreshing showers became a torrent. The once gentle stream swelled angrily, bursting its banks and flooding the surrounding fields. Muddy water rushed through crops, washing away rice paddies, vegetable patches, and fruit orchards. Homes at lower grounds got damp, roads turned slippery, and food supplies dwindled rapidly. Many families who relied on their harvests suddenly faced scarcity. Markets had less to offer, prices rose, and worry crept into hearts that were usually filled with ease. It was a testing time, one that could have brought despair, but in the midst of it all, something beautiful shone through. Poppy's unwavering routine, brave little Poppy, sheltered in her dry nest, continued laying her 2 perfect eggs every single morning, rain pounding on the roof or not. Her clucks remained cheerful, her feathers fluffy. And Amma, with her foresight and wisdom, had not wasted the extras during good times. She had saved many, some boiled and stored coolly, others pickled lovingly in large glass jars, with salt, vinegar, and spices to preserve them for longer. As families knocked on doors seeking help, or children went to bed hungrier, Amma opened her cottage with open arms and an even more open heart. She distributed the saved eggs quietly and generously. A basket for one family, a dozen for another, singles for elders living alone. "Take these, my dears," she would say softly. "They will give you strength." Mothers hugged her tearfully. Fathers bowed in gratitude. Children beamed with full bellies. No one in the village suffered true hunger, all because of one woman's quiet sharing. One particularly gloomy afternoon, with rain still drizzling steadily and puddles everywhere, a group of villagers, farmers, shopkeepers, mothers, and elders gathered at Amma's gate. They held umbrellas and wore concerned expressions. "Egg Amma," they began respectfully. "We've been thinking. When Poppy first started giving 2 eggs, we all suggested selling more, building a business, saving wealth. Why didn't you listen? If you had more hens and money stored, you could have bought food from far away during this flood. You could have been even more secure." Amma welcomed them inside her snug cottage, away from the wet. She brewed hot ginger tea spiced with cardamom, served it in clay cups, and invited everyone to sit on mats around the warm hearth. Poppy, sensing the moment, snuggled close to Amma's feet, clucking contentedly now and then. With the rain pattering rhythmically on the tin roof, like a soothing lullaby, Amma looked at each face with profound love and began to speak gently, her voice steady and full of lived wisdom. "My beloved friends and neighbors," she said, "you ask with caring hearts, and I answer with all truth. In my long years on this earth, I have seen much, joys and hardships, abundances and shortages. And through it all, I have learned a profound lesson. True happiness, the kind that warms the soul and lasts forever, does not come from gathering more and more. It does not come from bigger farms, fuller pockets, or taller stacks of coins. No, true happiness blooms from appreciating the simple, everyday gifts we already hold close. The roof over our heads that keeps us dry, the garden that feeds us, the fresh air we breathe, the song of the stream on calm days, the laughter of children, and for me, the loyal companionship of my dear Poppy here. Poppy let out an affirming cluck, making a few villagers chuckle softly. Amma smiled and went on. When Poppy began laying that extra egg each day, it felt like a gentle whisper from life itself. A reminder that blessings often come not for hoarding, but for flowing onward. I kept only what my body needed to stay healthy. Half an egg in the morning, half in the evening. That was my enough. The second egg? It never truly belonged just to me. It was a small miracle meant to travel, to nourish another belly, to bring a smile to another face. I shared it freely in good times and saved some wisely, not for fear, but for readiness. And now, see what has happened. In this time of flood and loss, we all have enough. No child cries from hunger. No elder weakens from want. Because one extra egg, multiplied by days and shared with love, became a bridge over troubled waters for our whole community. The room fell silent, except for the rain and Poppy's occasional soft clucks. Villagers absorbed her words, feeling them sink deep into their hearts, like seeds in fertile soil. Eyes glistened with unshed tears of understanding. Nods spread slowly. One by one, they reached out to touch Amma's hand or pat Poppy gently. From that rainy day onward, a beautiful transformation swept through the village. Inspired by Egama's example, people began sharing more openly. The farmer with extra milk gave jugs to neighbors. The baker with surplus bread distributed loaves freely. Children shared fruits from trees, even those with little offered time, helping repair flood-damaged homes, watching over each other's little ones, or simply listening with kind ears. Kindness became contagious, weaving the community tighter than ever. Laughter returned sooner, hope bloomed brighter, and the village emerged from the monsoon, not weakened, but strengthened in spirit. Years passed, and the story of Egama and Poppy became a cherished tale told around firesides, to wide-eyed children at bedtime, and to visitors seeking wisdom. Every morning, as reliably as the sun rose, painting the hills in golden light, Amma and Poppy continued their ritual walks. Poppy laid her 2 eggs. Amma expressed her heartfelt thanks, savored her modest share, and passed the extra on with joy. Dear listeners, friends near and far, this is the timeless, heartwarming story of Egama and her faithful hen Poppy, a gentle parable that echoes through generations. It teaches us profoundly. Real, lasting happiness is never measured by how much we accumulate, but by how deeply we appreciate what we have, how gratefully we live each day, and how willingly we share our extras with open hands and loving hearts. In a world that often shouts, more, bigger, faster, Amma whispers softly, enough is a feast. Gratitude turns it into abundance. Sharing multiplies it endlessly. So, the next time life gives you a little extra, a bonus at work, an unexpected kindness, a spare moment, some food, or even just a warm feeling inside, pause and think of gentle Egama walking with loyal Poppy. Choose to share it. Watch how it returns to you in waves of peace, connection, and joy far greater than any possession. That, my dear friends, is the true wealth, the richness of compassion, the treasure of contentment, the everlasting glow of a kind and generous soul. Thank you for journeying through this beautiful story with me. May it nestle in your heart, just like Poppy's eggs in soft hay. and may your life be filled with the same simple, profound happiness that Amma and Poppy shared every single day under the green hills by the gentle stream.